Hello, 7Es, receiving students and teachers.
Hello,
thank you. You may sit down. All right, 7Es and receiving students. Our topic for today's lesson is on comparing data using central tendency. All right, now you might be wondering, 7Es and receiving students, what is central tendency? Now this lesson is lesson number 87. Lesson number 87, okay, what is central tendency? Okay, could I have someone to read loud and clear, please? Receiving students, if you can read what is on the screen. Let's have John. John, can you read the definition of central tendency, please?
Central tendency refers to middle value or typical value of the data and measured using the mean, median, and mode.
Okay, very good. Thank you, John. Thank you, receiving students, for reading. All right, I'll just go through the meaning of central tendency. Central tendency refers to middle or value or a typical value of the data, and is measured using the mean, median, and mode. All right, I'm sure you've already looked at these three words, mean, median, and mode. This is not new to you. So central tendency is sort of it summarizes, all right? It summarizes these three words, mean, median, and mode. Finished copying? Yes? Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to look at our learning activity based on this, on central tendency. Again, central tendency refers to a middle value or a value, a typical value of a data, and is measured using the mean, median, and mode. Okay, let's go to our learning activity. Learning activity number 1, receiving students. All right, it says, it reads, in 7 rounds of golf, a golfer returns scores of 72, 87, 73, 72, 86, 72, and 77. All right, these are the scores in 7 rounds, okay, of golf. Now it reads, find the mean, the mode, and the median of the scores. Receiving students, 7 is, you're going to find the mean of the scores, the median of the scores, and the mode of the scores. Now, I'm sure 7 is and receiving students, you already looked at mean, median, and mode. And you should know how to find the mean, how to find the mode, and how to find the median. Okay, receiving students? All right, just to help you, I'll just put up how you can find the mean, the median, and mode in case some of you might have forgotten. Receiving students. Hands up if you have finished. If you have found the mean, hands up, anyone? Receiving teachers, you can go around and check your students' work. Remember, you're using those scores that are up on the screen, okay? The scores up there. Hands up if you have found the mean. Anyone? Who's found the mode? Anyone who's found the mode? What's the mode? Why did you get 72? What's the mean you need? How did you get 24? Who else has finished with the mean? And the mode, the median. as the median.
It's a median.
But range is different from median. Median is arranging the data in order and then cancel both sides and get the one in the middle, the number in the middle. So it's 72. Seven sevens are 49. Yeah. Seven sevens are 49. 11 to 39 is 4. 9 plus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You brought down the 9. What's 7 into 49?
7 9.
7 sevens are 49. 7 times 7 and 49. So it's 7. 7 times 7, 49. 0, 0, and that's 77. Okay, have we finished? 70s receiving students? All right, 70s and receiving students. Okay, we're going to correct our answers now. Now, firstly, you are to find the mean, all right? You are to find the mean of these scores here. Now, how do we find the mean, okay? How do we find the mean? Anyone? Anyone to explain to the class how do you find the mean of the scores? Okay, Alan? Okay, class, listen.
Add all the numbers.
Okay, again?
Add all the numbers.
Add all the numbers. All right, add all the numbers or add all the scores, and then what do we do?
Divide by the number of values.
Divide by the number of scores. Okay, 70s and receiving students, did you hear what Kalen said? Yes. All right, Kalen said you add all the scores first, add all the scores, and then you divide by the number of scores. So what are we going to do here? For this, in this case, what are we going to do? All right, I'm going to add. So you give me the numbers. Okay, Someone, Shannon, please, can you give me the numbers, the scores? All right, you others, you should be concentrating here.
72 plus 87 plus 73 plus 72 plus 86 plus 72 plus 77.
Okay, and then?
5 is equals to 539.
All right, equals to
539.
539. All right, and then what
Divide,
next?
divide.
Divide by
7.
7. Why 7? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So equal sign, divide by 7. And what's our answer? 77. Okay, so 70s and receiving students, your mean is 77. So you should, this is how you work out the mean. Find all this, add the total, and then you divide by the number of scores. Okay, all right, good. Now let's look at the mode. How do we find the mode? Lisa?
Arrange the data in order of sizes.
Okay.
The numbers in order. Smaller to big, small to big.
Okay, thank you, Lisa. All right. She said arrange the data in order from smallest to the biggest. Okay. Yeah, that can be one stage, the first step. And then what's the next step? Once you've arranged the numbers from smallest to the biggest. Begley?
When a number that occurs several times in the data, that particular number became the mode.
Okay, thank you, Begley. Or you can say, get the number that occurs the most. Okay, the number that occurs the most is the what? Is the mode. Okay, so let's put them in order. Should we start with, okay, let's put them in order first, smallest to biggest. Which number? Score? Receiving students, okay, 72, 72, 72, 73, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, which? 72. Okay, the score that occurs the most 3 times, you see 72. So your mode is 72. 70s and receiving students, this is how you get your mode. All right? Okay, now the last one. Median. Median, find the median of the scores. Okay, to find the median of the scores, arrange the data in order of sizes from smallest to biggest, and then cancel from both ends. Okay, good. So now we're going to do that. Okay, same like this. 72, 72, 72, 73, 77, 86, 87. Okay, we cancel this side, cross, this side, cross, this side, and 73. Okay, 70s and receiving students, so your median is 73. Okay? All right. So again, 70s and receiving students, this is how you calculate, how you find your mean, mode, and median of your scores. So central tendency is a summary of all this. All All right, now we're going to move on to our exercise, receiving students. Okay, our exercise is up on the screen, receiving students. All right, the exercise reads, the heights of a group of boys are. Okay, these are the heights. All right. Now what you're going to do is you're going to find A, the mean height, B, the modal height, that's the mode, letter C, median height, and D, range of the heights, range. Okay, so receiving students and 70s, I'd like you to complete your exercise. Okay, receiving students, you complete your exercises and your teachers will come around and mark your work. You have that, right? See this worksheet. Yeah. You can do it here. You can use your worksheet to do your working out neatly on your worksheet. If you have your books, exercise books, you can do it in your exercise books. one, the total will divide evenly into the number. It will give you a whole number.
Yeah,
You did that.
I got the 8 on it.
And then
And I get a 156.
it will give you a whole number. Whole number, the total will give you a whole number and it will divide evenly. Evenly into this and will give you a whole number, not the decimal number. You put decimal number. You round it. It will give you an exact number. So this is not the answer. Because here you rounding 10. Same it's a new decimal you rounding. It's not like giving you exact number straight. So you have to add your total again. Total value I must. Okay, and then, alright, good. So that's your median. Median, is it? Mean height. This is your mean height. This is not working. Does it in sound too? This one is correct. We're going to go through the answers now for each of those letters, A, B, C, and D. All right. I want you to cross-check your answers with your answers as I go through we go through the solution on the board. Sorry, not on the board, but on the screen. Okay, receiving students? Okay, number one, the mean height. The mean, you add all the scores, the heights, and you divide by 10. And your total should be 1,570. And then you divide by 10, your answer should be 157. Okay? So that's your mean height. Okay, that's solution A for A. Hands up if you got 157. Okay, well done. Thank you. Hands down. Same with you, receiving students. Very good. Okay, B, model height. Anyone? Who's got an answer? Okay, Shannon says 157. 157. Anyone going for another? All of you 157 now. Okay, let's check. Yes, you're correct. Model height 157, receiving students. The model height, that's the number of scores that occur most. So 157. Okay, C, median height. 157? 156? Did you say 156? Oh, sorry, 157. Okay, let's check. Yeah. Okay, you crossed, and then there were 157. So you can either add and divide by 2 to get this, or it's still the same, 157. Okay. But here, because there were 2, so you had to add the 2. And then you divide by 2. So we got 157. Okay, and your range, receiving students? Okay, let's check our answer. 162 minus 152 is equal to 10. Subtract the highest and the lowest height. Okay, so 70s and receiving students, we shouldn't have any problems. Unless you have any questions. Okay. The range, the highest value subtract the lowest value. That's how you find the range. Okay. Okay, we just go through the summary point. Okay, central tendency is a measure that refers to, number 1, middle value or typical value of the data. And number 2, is measured using the mean, median, and mode. Okay, so that's the summary of today's lesson, central tendency. Okay, so again, you should know how to calculate the mean, median, and mode, and also the range of scores from a data. Okay, that's very important, receiving students and 70s. You must know how to calculate, how to find the mean, median, mode, and also the range. If you know how to find all these, then wouldn't be any problem to you when you want to measure mean, mode, and median. All right, that brings us to the end of our lesson, 70s and receiving students. Our key phrase, central tendency. Our next lesson, receiving teachers and students, introducing sequences. And receiving teachers, I'd like you to bring 2 packets of snacks, biscuits, A4 papers, and worksheets. Okay, so receiving students, sorry, not receiving students, but receiving teachers, could you just get those materials prepared for our next lesson? Thank you. Okay, with that brings us to the end of our lesson. Thank you, 70s and receiving students, for participating in today's lesson.